Welcome back to Change Geek. Today we're finishing the last of our two-part series with the great Randy White, Pro Football Hall of Famer and Dallas Cowboys Hall of Famer. Let's hear what Randy has to say on how he drives business success and his own personal success.
Do you have any advice for the business world? I noticed how you looked at football and your drive, never quitting, that consistency. You know, and even Tom Landry said every time you play, you're never short of spectacular and spectacular. And I see that in your, that transcends beyond, your career in NFL. Do you have any advice, just to share with, people in their professional career also?
I can, yeah. I think, it's always important. This may sound old-fashioned, but goal setting. Knowing where you are, where you want to go, and then figuring out how you want to get there. And I used to do that in football, and not only put that in my mind, I would write it down. And then you have a reference to go back to halfway through the season. You look and see if you're reaching these goals that you want to reach. And if you're not, you may have to change your methods that you put in there to get to the end result that you want to happen. That's it.
Your goals, looked at them, revised them, hold yourself accountable.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it has to be etched in stone, but you have to figure out where you are, right? You gotta determine, okay, here's where I am, and be honest with yourself on where you are. Don't kid yourself about, I'm somewhere different. No, here's where I am. Yeah. I'd like to go here. Now, how am I going to get there? Yeah. And who do I need to learn from, or who do I need to talk to help me get there? That's one thing I've learned. People are very willing to help people that want to do things. They're very willing. If you go ask, I had some friends, and I didn't know a lot about business, and a friend of mine I got involved with pretty much right out of playing professional football. And the guy, because it was a mentor to me, and he let me sit in on business meetings and big multi-million-dollar deals, and I could sit there and I saw how they worked them, how they prepared for them, what was involved in it. And so my point being, don't be afraid to ask people for help, because I tell you what, 99.9% of them will be more than willing to help you.
You had some challenges in your career, but you're very tough on yourself. There was a lot of reviews that Randy was upset. He was just really, really tough on himself, and you had a really high bar standard. So when things didn't go your way, or you were in maybe a down part of your life, what pulled you through?
Well, I think the big thing is, and this is a major thing in your life and in your business and whatever you do. Things will not always go the way you want them to go, right? They're not always going to go the way you want them to go. So how do you react in that situation? I think it's critical. And I'm a believer in, when things don't go right, do I point the finger at the guy I'm playing next to? Do I point the finger at somebody else? No. I look at myself and I say, what else can I do to make myself successful? What do I have to do to correct what's not right? And if you do that, and again, be honest with yourself, you're going to find that, hey, there's some bunch of things that you could be doing different to change the outcome of the way it's going. And I think that's important, because the easy thing to do is to point the finger somewhere else. Nobody wants to look at themselves and say, I may be the problem. And a lot of the time we all are. I'm guilty of it. That's how I know it. But that's something to be aware of. When things get tight, look at yourself. Spiritually, I think that's an important part of life too. And as I've gotten older, I've grown in that arena also. And that's, you read the Bible and you want to find out some answers to things that aren't going right. Well, the Bible's got all the answers. You just have to go in there and look for them. But
have the lens to be able to read it and
Yeah, just take a little time. Trust me, take a little time, and it'll bring you some peace.
That's a good one. Randy, thank you so much for your time. I know you're super busy. I see you on TV doing a lot of commentary.
It's going to be an interesting football season this year with the Dallas Cowboys.
Any commentary on that?
I'm picking them to win the Super Bowl. I do it every year, so they're going to be there again this year. So,
thank you, Randy. I appreciate it.
all right, Constance, thank you. Good to see you.
My content on Change Geek. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more content to come.